In the heart of Halifax, Nova Scotia, stands a building that has witnessed some of the darkest chapters in history. Today, it is known as the Five Fishermen Restaurant, but its past is far more somber. Long before it became a place for fine dining, this building served as the J.A. Snow Funeral Home, a site forever linked to two of the greatest tragedies of the early 20th century. In April of 1912, the Titanic sank in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. Halifax became the recovery point for many of the victims, and the J.A. Snow Funeral Home was one of the places where bodies were brought, prepared, and laid to rest. Families traveled from across the world to Halifax, hoping to claim loved ones, while others were buried in local cemeteries. The grief and sorrow that filled the funeral home during those days left a lasting mark on the building. Just 5 years later, in December of 1917, Halifax was struck by another catastrophe, the Halifax Explosion. When two ships collided in the harbor, one carrying explosives, the blast devastated the city. Nearly 2,000 people were killed and thousands more injured. Once again, the J.A. Snow Funeral Home was overwhelmed with victims. The sheer scale of loss was unimaginable, and the building became a place of mourning for an entire community. With such a history of tragedy, it is no surprise that many believe the building is haunted. Over the years, staff and guests at the Five Fishermen Restaurant have reported strange and unsettling experiences. Glasses have been seen flying off shelves without explanation. Water taps turn on and off by themselves. Whispers echo through empty rooms, and shadowy figures drift across the walls only to vanish when approached. Some visitors describe a heavy, sorrowful atmosphere, as though the grief of the Titanic and the Halifax explosion still lingers in the air. For those who believe in the paranormal, the spirits of the victims may still be tied to the place where their final journeys began. The building has become one of Halifax's most famous haunted locations, drawing curious diners and ghost hunters alike. Whether one believes in spirits or not, the history of the Five Fishermen Restaurant is undeniable. It is a place where tragedy and memory converge, where the past refuses to be forgotten, and where some say the dead continue to make their presence known.